For the creation of what we called the Weasel, the creature that lives in Boris the animal, ImageWorks artists drew from multiple sources for the starting points on what would become a fully digital creature. Starting with Rick Baker's initial design and physical prop, we took multiple photographs on set and in various lighting scenarios in order to recreate all the details and nuances needed to integrate the Weasel into the live-action plate. ImageWorks artists then created a fully articulate model, painted detailed textures, and wrote subtle shaders to create specularity, translucency, and wetness. The Weasel's defense mechanism was what we termed the quill, a bullet-like projectile that would be embedded into its victims. This quill would be seen both from a distance and in extreme close-up, so details such as fibers, cracks, and wrinkles had to be created. Once the Weasel model was built, ImageWorks animators, led by animation director Spencer Cook, took the Weasel and tested various kinds of movements and expressions and speed tests for the quill. As testing matured, we realized the Weasel developed a personality, and director Barry Sonnenfeld embraced the idea of infusing the Weasel with subtle emotion and connection to Boris. Subtle eye movements, breathing, and anticipation give the Weasel a detailed sense of being real. Integrating the Weasel into the live-action plates required detailed match moves, addition of digital metal ankle cuffs, cloth interaction, and matching of on-set prop pieces seen in other shots. ImageWorks artists added the arm restraint, metal filing effects, and interactive reflection from metal to Weasel and Weasel to metal using HDR lighting techniques. The Weasel lives inside Boris's hand, and to make this work, we started with a 3D scan of Rick Baker-designed prosthetic hand and used that as a basis to completely recreate and animate the hand digitally. We created subtle skin shading and sheen, and then animators added claw details and even a subtle glance from the Weasel to Boris. We wanted to walk a fine line between cuddly and creepy, so paying attention to many small details like eye glints, breathing, and wetness added to the realism and feeling of uneasiness.
You're complete.